This video is going to help you if you struggle to feel whole, if you feel consistently empty. Maybe you feel empty in your relationships. Maybe you feel empty even though you found your purpose, or you've gotten the stuff, the house, the car, but there's something missing. I'm going to be talking today a little bit about addiction, where it comes from, and how we can begin to heal these things so that we feel whole from the inside and our entire life reflects that. My name's Adam. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we get started, I just want to let you know I'm doing some free breakthrough calls. There's a link pinned in the comment section below. These are really great 30-minute calls where we go over your vision for your life, what you're wanting to create, what's in the way, what emotions are coming up, what's blocking you, and then some things you can do to get fully into alignment and heal. So I was an addict for many, many years, and most addicts, whether they're drug addicts or love addicts or sex addicts, kind of know on some level that they're seeking to fill a hole inside themselves. Some people don't, but a lot of us do. And I was always aware of this. There are so many different kinds of addictions. There are so many different variations. You know, on some level, every human being's an addict in some way. And where this comes from is the desire to feel complete. It's the desire to feel whole inside. I mean, just imagine, like, what would it be like if you could feel good for no reason? If you could feel good just as you were, no matter what happened or what was going on around you. This is very, very possible. This is actually something that I've always kind of been aware of, and it's been something I've been seeking. One of the reasons I loved heroin so much, that was my thing, heroin and cocaine, was on heroin, I just felt calm. I just felt at peace in the moment. I just liked whatever I was doing, and I didn't even need to do anything. I remember reading William Burroughs' Junkie before I started doing drugs, because I was kind of researching it, kind of like a method actor prepares for a role. And one of the things he talked about is how when he first started doing morphine or junk or whatever it was he called it, he could just stare at his shoe for hours and just be content. And I remember going, I want that. That's what I want. You know, I don't want to have to manifest the career. I don't want to have to manifest the partner. These things are great and they're important, but I just want to be able to stare at my shoe and be happy. I was like, how do you do that? And when I started doing heroin, it worked. It fucking worked. My skin would crawl every day of my life from the time I was a little kid. I hated being in my body. I hated being on planet Earth. And I remember being like in 11th grade and doing heroin and going to the park with my friend and just sitting there and just being like, I am okay right now. And so, you know, that was what I was looking for in my addiction. And after a year, or, you know, a year and a half or so, not only did I not feel complete anymore, but I fell into like desperately craving it and then never being able to get enough. And my life just got worse and worse and worse. And we all know this in terms of addiction, whether it's like trying to get the partner or, you know, obsessing on sex or whatever it is. There's moments that are okay and fleeting, and then you lose it. This can even be likened to orgasm, because like, one of my other obsessions has been to be able to have non-ejaculatory orgasms, and sorry to share too much information. I've done that a few times, because when you orgasm, it's like things are amazing for a second and then it's over. It's like, well, what if you could find a way to sustain that energy and be in that like orgasmic state and hold it? And that's what happens when you can start to control your sexual energy, is there's this feeling of like completeness that is like unparalleled and unprecedented. And that ultimately is what we're all looking for, because the sexual energy is the creative energy. The sexual energy is source. And we all have the capacity to tap into this. We all have the capacity to heal our bodies, to heal our brains, to heal our minds, and use our own energy in ways that bring us more joy, depth, and fulfillment than we could ever imagine. But what we have to do first is stop the external seeking. I hear stories all the time of people that have all the money you could ever want. They have the house, they have the car, they have even the partner, but they're not fulfilled because the answer is both. It's about harmonizing both. It is about, getting the external things because those are important and they can create a fulfilling life, but not if you're not fulfilled inside first. So I think the first step is to know that it's actually possible to feel better than you've ever felt for no reason whatsoever. And think of the power that you would have. Think of the power you would have if you could feel that way all the time, regardless of what was going on in your life. So for addicts, it's important to first realize this is a possibility. And then it's important to understand that the seeking externally, whether it's picking up the phone over and over and over again, looking for sex, looking for relationships, trying to make more money, all of this is an attempt to fill up that hole. And again, it's not the external, there's nothing wrong with those things. They make a complete and fulfilling life, but not if you're empty. So where are you trying to fill the hole? Where are you trying to fill the void? So some of the important things that I'm just going to briefly touch on in this video for anyone with addiction is really to get present with your nervous system. It's really to get present with your body. Most of us feel so uncomfortable because we're not in our body. We don't know how to use our body. We don't treat our bodies very well. We don't respect our bodies. We don't know where the energy is inside us in centeredness and stillness in order to create that sense of safety and wholeness. So studying somatic healing a little bit, getting into like sympathetic, sympathetic nervous system balance is a huge breakthrough. Another step is really looking at your belief systems. What are your beliefs around what makes you feel good? Most of the belief around like needing external things is programming. We're guided there through TV, through movies, through society, through government, through every form of institution and ideology we have. Even religion guides you externally because in like Christianity, Judaism, a lot of the Western religions, it was about going to the priest or the rabbi or the prophet in order to get the connection to source. You already have that inside. So look at your belief systems, and there's a lot of detailed work you can do on this. And then the next part is, you want to have somewhere to go. You want to have somewhere to go with your addiction, your addictive energy. Because a lot of addicts can't just sit and meditate forever and no mind. That's really good. It's good to get into meditation. But addicts tend to be more creative. They tend to be very sensitive. They tend to have a lot in them, a lot of emotion. And so emotion, that's the other thing, really understanding your emotions, connecting to your emotions, learning how to regulate your emotions, release your emotions, understand your emotions, link your emotions with your mind, and then do something with that energy. So anything artistic, drawing, painting, writing, music, comedy, all of those things are crucial. But again, you want to be doing this while you're also healing yourself, because otherwise you can get fixated on the results from the art. You can get fixed. This is what I did for years. I was like wanting so much to be a musician or a comedian because I wanted the validation externally. And it's okay to get that some, but if you need it too much, every time things don't go the way you want them to go, you'll fall or you'll quit or you'll give up or you'll feel like a piece of shit. So the goal is actually to be creative for creativity's sake. To enjoy the process of just writing, of just making something, of just putting something out there, going into the flow state and finding that sort of distorted energy that's getting routed to all these unhealthy places, and to bring it inside and then to express it. Mastering yourself is the greatest thing that you can do. Because when you master yourself, that is complete and utter power. You are dependent on nothing. You're dependent on no person, no result, no outcome. And again, these things are great to have, the results and outcomes. We need that in life to an extent. But when you have mastered that, or you're on the path to mastering that, you enjoy the things that you have. You know, it's like in Fight Club when Tyler Durden says, the things you own end up owning you. Not if you master yourself. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any revelations, breakthroughs, questions, realizations. Please like and subscribe to the channel if you like the content. I thank you very much, and I look forward to next time. Peace.